Welcome to Pog or Dog with your host, Just Russ, and his good friends, Cyclops and Cram the Horse.
Welcome to episode 14 of the podcast. Your favorite panel's back, Cyclops and Cram the Horse. How are you guys doing today? It's been a month, a little over a month. I feel it. How long has it been? Am I crazy?
Yeah, no, it feels like it's been about a month, man. We're taking a little break from the food tirade we were on. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Chat, we were this close to talking about drinks with you all. And then I was like, maybe we should talk about like ethnic food. And then I was like, I can't do that. I'm talking to Cram the Horse. Like, I'm going to lead him down like an Indian food rabbit hole and I'm just going to get canceled. So anyway, Cram, speaking of you, how's your day going? How are you doing?
It's been good. It hasn't been the best actually, if I'm being honest.
What's wrong? What's going on in your life?
Well, my dog died.
Is that true?
No.
What?
Not nice.
Are you farming Sages when there's nothing to farm?
He's farming, dude. He's getting. This is good. This goes straight into the emote topic.
This is true.
Peak emote farming. Thank you, Graham. I saw the 5D chess play from a mile ahead.
Okay, wait.
I didn't even see it.
Does Cram even have a dog? He actually does. Her name is Riven. It's named after a League of Legends character.
Oh,
cringe.
God.
Yeah, you didn't need to say that on stream.
That is. Yeah.
I mean, look, man, you did name it, so I mean, that's.
I was 13. I was 13 years old.
That's almost an excuse.
It's not an excuse. How old are you now? 13? Okay. Anyway, yeah, dude. Cyclops, you've been streaming so much this month.
Yeah. Yep.
Do I just give you like the streaming itch? You come on my podcast and you're like reinvigorated. You're like, you know what? Streaming actually not that bad.
Yeah, no, I was going to take credit for it. I was going to say, it had something to do with my drive, but I got to be honest in front of this audience here. It's all you, man.
Thank you.
It's all
I mean, as long as credit's
really
going to the proper places, we're all good.
Yeah, I got your back, bro. Don't worry.
How's the weather been actually? Just genuinely curious. What's the weather like where you live during this time of year? Because I feel like for me, it like ranges from like rain and 50 degrees, like freaking freezing cold, to like peak 85, 89 degrees. It makes no sense day to day.
Yeah, I could see that. It's you guys are from Southern?
I'm Northern, so I'm like SF.
Okay.
He's LA.
Oh, okay, cool. There's a fucking bug in my room. Speaking of which, the bugs are coming back, guys, bastards. I don't know how you guys are for mosquitoes, but it is awful here in the Northeast. Right now, it's like randomly super warm, so all the evil demons, all the evil bugs are coming back. But I'm hoping we get hit with a nice little frost burst. That's the best thing about this weather. It fluctuates so much that the bugs come back and then they get one tap by the frost. So I'm praying for the frost, but no, it's been good. It's been New England weather though, just how you can imagine. It's up and down. It's crazy here. It was like snowing last week, and then it was 60 the other day. Slept with my window open last night and woke up half frozen. So
Cram,
we're in a weird time.
How's the climate controlled room doing you? How are you doing in your
It's
in your
actually
stable?
not climate controlled because my AC hasn't worked in my room for years.
That's sad.
So fuck you, actually.
Yeah, so now he's got little servants who fan him in order to keep him cool.
No, I have 2 fans that do that.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, 2 fans of your stream.
The servants are for the grapes.
Okay, yes.
Nice. All right. So speaking of streaming, we recently, I think since the last time we talked, Cram and I got weirdly obsessed with this game called Windjammers. Windjammers 2 to be specific. We also have been taking dabbles in Rivals. Have you ever played Rivals?
I have like dabbled in Rivals. It was like one of those things where I was like, oh, well, I'm going to like this game, of course, but I didn't really like the lack of animation in that game. It made it really hard for me to see stuff, probably because I'm blind. And pick up, but it was fun.
It's hard to distinguish some moves from others. I can see that. Actually, being a guy who's like really into pixel art, I love the art style of Rivals, but I agree in terms of like for technical play, it is hard to tell sometimes.
It's like, oh, his fist came out. Oh wait, that was 1 pixel.
Do you know what character you used to play, or like which faction you liked?
Yeah, it was the I played the lion and the bird.
So basic.
Yeah. Well, I also played when it was like very, very new.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot more characters now.
Many.
Yeah.
You can even do workshop characters now too.
Yeah.
Wowzers.
But speaking of Windjammers, for those who are not christened in what Windjammers is, it's like imagine Pong, but with like just way more abilities, different characters, different things going on. And like it's just a whole game of mind games and reaction time. And for the more weak-minded of us, Cram, it's very difficult for him to play the game against me, a strong-minded, literal gaming 5-head. So, Cram, would you like to say anything about that as far as Windjammers?
I'm pretty sure set count-wise, I am ahead of you by a mile.
Hey, hours played.
Guys. You had 2 weeks where you were like back-to-back winning, and then but every other game we've ever played, I've won.
That's just cap. I won the most recent set.
I won the most. You are fucking delusional,
dude.
If you think
and then this guy also Cyclops. He destroyed his own controller so he wouldn't have to play me. Do you know?
For real?
Okay.
I meant to ask this actually back when me and Cram were playing consistently friendlies in Melee, and his controller kept mysteriously breaking. Does he have a controller thing that he does?
No, dude. Never buy a controller from Sage.
No,
it was actually a problem.
No, it's an excuse to get out of losing because he doesn't like losers POV.
Okay.
Dude, it's actually like Sage triggers are not like an actual feature. It's just a downgraded trigger.
So why do it?
Because I didn't know it was gonna be bad when I fucking bought that controller.
Anyway, all you need to know, Cyclops, is have you peeped his Discord name recently? At least
I haven't. Actually.
At least in the main server, his name is no longer Cram or Horse. No, it is now Just Horse because I own him.
Just Horse.
And it's because of Windjammers.
I did see that, but I didn't know the lore.
Yeah, Cram. So I mean, clearly, if you were winning a lot of the time, your name wouldn't be Just Horse, as if I own you. Kind of like Ack owns Cyclops.
Okay, let's.
Dude, let's forget about that. Ack.
So the next topic, Melee.
Wait, real quick. Every time I hop into Cyclops' chat, I try to start a war with Ack, and he's never there.
He's never there. No.
What happened? Like Ack is just.
He's good. No, he's chilling, dude.
He's very elusive recently. I've been trying to start I've been trying to start a war, man, but he's just not around.
Dude. He does not follow the Geneva Convention. You do not want to start a war with that man. That's all I'm saying.
Jesus.
All right. Yes, Hax is back. Melee. People thought it was dying for a bit. Did you watch? What do you think of the whole like people saying Melee was dying?
It's bullshit, man. This always happens. This happens like every few years. The only time that it actually was dying was when I left in like 2018.
Peak. Yep. That's true.
Because it really was dying because it was all Puff Peach grand finals. Absolute snoozer, bad for spectating, bad matchup. Just you kind of knew what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I did take like a slight break from even spectating. I was like, this is boring as shit.
Yeah, I feel that. And then Armada retired, and then everyone's like, "Oh, we miss him. He's our goat." And I'm like, "Nah, dude. No one was watching. No one was watching."
Armada does some cool stuff, but I think it's the meshing of Peach and Puff constantly in grands that was like, holy fuck, this is now an hour-long set.
I feel that. All right. The next... So, yeah, Melee's coming back. I see you playing a lot of Melee. You beat me in our first ever head-to-head set, Cyclops. That hurt. I had to hold that mental L for a bit. Do you have any?
To it, kid?
Do you have anything you want to say about it? Have you been? Do you feel like you've been improving?
Oh, big time. Actually, shout outs to Dirty. Shout outs to the man Dirty. Captain Falcon Main, who has been clapping my cheeks live on cam. On Twitch.tv with his Captain Falcon. I mean, the kid is just cracked. He hits every tech. He edge cancels everything. He's watching too much Squid the Cat. Someone lock this kid up. He's crazy. So he's really forcing me to adapt in certain matchups. So it's been good. I've been getting a lot of good practice.
Speaking of Squid the Cat, I think it's so fucking funny how, like, if you go into the stream, he'll die from, like, losing a neutral interaction. But then he's like, oh, but don't worry, dude. I have this pixel lineup on Yoshi's where if you move slightly to the right, like, this, like, ridiculous, obscure thing.
I love him. He's, like, so addicted to the grind of the movement that he's, like, strictly a movement player. It's not like he doesn't... Yeah. He's good in every other facet, too. Like, he's better than any of us in every other area, but he's not, like, a top player because... I think he's so hyper-focused on the movement stuff, but he does some of the coolest shit you'll ever see.
Yeah, he definitely is better than, like, you guys, for sure.
Okay, Graham.
What? That's such a weird thing to say. Of course he is. Cram. I also need to say, speaking of losing your fucking controller, this man also, after my drunk stream where he couldn't beat me 9 shots deep, he also mysteriously had a broken melee controller.
Okay, so, that time... The controller wasn't broken. It was lost. I lost it.
Look, always these excuses, man. Like, I'm sick of it, man. Face me one-on-one.
Thing to lose.
Cram,
I have it back now.
You know how Ludwig does those, like, bros versus bro? Would you guys be down to do one of those with me? Cyclops, Cram. I feel like maybe Cyclops and I don't have enough game crossover.
No, sure we do. What do you play?
I don't think I play Hunt Showdown. Like, your best games, I don't play. Like, Hunt Showdown, CSGO. I don't play
I play everything that you've played. I've played everything you've played.
Okay. Weird. Do you That's so weird to say.
I've played everything you've played at a higher level. I've played every game you've ever played. I played at a higher level than you. So just drop it.
Oh my god. All right. All right. We'll figure out the details. Oh,
okay. Well, he's scared.
No, I mean, what would be like a neutral game? Like Battleship, Connect 4, maybe.
I'll beat you in like League of Legends.
Tic-tac-toe.
Stay the fuck away from
Tic-tac-toe would be a good neutral game.
Away from those games, man. Stay away.
Wait, why stay away?
It is not a neutral game for him.
What do you mean?
He grinds Connect 4.
No.
Grinds Connect 4?
No. There's no such... How can you grind Connect 4, Graham?
Man.
How does that work?
Oh my god, dude. You don't want to see me on this.
I play this guy.
You don't want to see me on the chips on Connect 4,
5 times in a row. He just kicked my ass every single fucking time.
I mean, look, man, you were playing with your hooves instead of your hands. I don't know what you want me to say.
I mean, I knew I was bad at Connect 4 because I prefaced it before we played, like, yeah, I'm bad at Connect 4. But I didn't think I was that bad.
No, never mind. Anyway.
If someone wants to help me lab Rocket League, I want to lab that game.
If you want to, like, actually legitimately learn how to play Rocket League, I'm so down to teach you.
Yeah,
I feel like it's...
movement.
What do you mean Cram? Do you know him playing Rocket League is just him, like... sitting in our goal or the opponent's goal, like upside down, spinning around. It's not him playing the game. Anyway, let's just move on. Cram.
Still win though.
Actually, in recent news, I just hit my how do I point this? My sub goal. So I'll be doing a lie detector stream with my girlfriend. Hype.
Congratulations.
Hype, right? The next sub goal, Cram visits or at least my place. He lives in California, but he's going to travel 5 hours north. He's going to be on stream. We're going to have good times. Give me credit. Hannah subbed at least 3 of those 50 subs.
Yeah, I subbed about 20.
Yeah, Cram subbed about 20 of those 50, but let's just we're giving everyone credit. We're giving everyone credit. For the streamer awards, that's also something recent that happened. First of all, I know I watched it with Cram. Cyclops, did you watch the streamer awards or like clips of it?
I did not watch the actual event, but I saw some of the highlights getting passed around. Just sort of like the cringy moments, the weird moments.
What cringy moments? What are you talking about? There was no cringe.
There's no cringe. Why don't you guys break it down for everybody here? What were the not cringy moments that happened? With the presenters,
look,
the presenters of the awards.
What I will say is, I feel like the way they did the red carpet, I think was intentional cringe because Nim is like bombing intentionally, and JHB
Nim's a jokester.
and JHB is JHB. So like they definitely were going for like scuffed as fuck for the red carpet, but like I'll give slime credit. Wait, hold on, Socklops, are you a slime lover or hater?
The lover.
Okay, there are some people who fucking hate slime. Like I feel like he's like one of the most like in the Melee community, he's like the most polarizing dude. Like I remember one of like Cram's Melee tutor mentor, he thought slime was like he actually like wanted to beat him up. I was like, dude, that's a little yeah, it's a little parasocial. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't call him my Melee mentor. Just
he was your Melee mentor.
Yeah, he was, but just say his name.
Well, I mean, what if I can't humanize someone that wants to beat?
He's a monster.
Exactly. Thank you.
He's a monster. I mean, here's the thing: is anyone who is has an audience and is bringing attention to the Melee scene is a good thing.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he killed it on the red carpet. Like I thought all of his interviews were really good. Honestly, like I think I might have enjoyed the red carpet interviews like more than the actual show. The show itself, I felt like they went with too many bits. And obviously, like, you know, there's like the usual criticisms, like some of the clips were really weird. Some people didn't like who won. That I don't really care about. Like it's a popular vote thing. Like you can't really control that, right? People are like, oh, Soda Poppin should have won Legacy Streamer over Pokimane. Or what? XQC should have won Streamer of the Year over Ludwig, but Ludwig ended up winning it. So
I could see that. I think X just will pull 80,000 viewers streaming like him eating his toenails. So like that's really amazing. That's like actually like,
and that's peak content somehow.
Yeah, he's amazing. Like he'll do stuff that you don't think would pull that many viewers, but it's so entertaining to watch. Like I've seen him do like stupid shit, like his like Mario Kart streams where he has people gamble. Like, and he'll just pull like 150,000 viewers. It's like, what is going on? It's cool. It's cool to see someone who's like that. Yeah, you know, can draw that size of a crowd.
For what it's worth, I think Ludwig probably will never get that award again. This is like his last year to win it, so maybe that's why people voted, because he went to YouTube and everything. And last year he got the subathon, and he had like that kickball event that everyone really liked, and just random stuff along the way. See,
Ludwig's the homie, dude.
I like Ludwig personally, but like I know a lot of people think he's like kind of like a cringy, like panders to teenage boy streamer. I mean, I think his content's accessible to me, and maybe I'm the teenage boy here, but I think it's some decent content.
But you absolutely are.
Whoa.
He's doing like cringe stuff on purpose. He's literally farming Peppa Pains, and people don't understand that that's like part of his.
You know what
his drive.
You know what I will say? Like, how much of Ludwig did you watch before like he kind of blew up?
I didn't watch much, but I will tell you this: he's kind of like it's interesting because when did he like blow up and move out west? Was he always out west?
Yeah, he's been in LA, I think, most of the time. But yeah, he was from New Hampshire. Like, yeah pretty much where your neck of the woods.
Yeah, he's from close. I won't say exactly where, but he's from pretty close to me, man. And it's weird because like the town that he's from is so small, and so like you wouldn't think that there would be like, you know, that big of a personality come out of that place. It's like really like a very towny little It's weird. It's cool. It's interesting that someone can blow up like that and go so far away and be so successful. So I respect, dude. And once again, it's another person who's like has a huge audience and chooses to still kind of stick to his roots and be like, yo, check out this 20-year-old platform fighter for children. That's kind of sick.
Let's go. No, like here's the thing about Ludwig is like when he first, like I watched him when Zane won Genesis, like right before the pandemic, because I was like, mogul move Zane, what the hell is a mogul move? And I looked it up and I'm like, oh shit, this is a streamer. And I was like, oh damn. And I really got into his videos. Like I had for for almost a year and a half, my like daily day, I could not, like, I was like, my girlfriend's like, oh, you want to hang out with me? I was like, no, I gotta watch this 20-minute video. It's important to me. I gotta keep my streak alive. I watch this every day. And I was so like
fan.
deeply into like just watching his content because I saw him do monkey ball races with his friends. I thought that was sick. He's always doing like Beerio Kart with Mango. Like he's got a lot of stuff that I just was like, this is like actually interesting. And then he started playing Among Us. And then I was like, eh. And then right before, like right around the subathon is when I stopped my streak. Because I was like, I don't, like a little after the subathon. Because I felt like around Christmas time, he had like this whole video, and it's like one of his most famous like things about him is like the whole, oh, like I don't want to be like chat's friend. I don't like parasocial relationships. And then he shifted from like being himself to being like, I don't know, like a caricature. Like kind of like, I think he was trying to copy like some of the other streamers. Like kind of like XQC doesn't really act like XQC when he's off stream, right? Like it is like a more exaggerated version of himself.
Oh, he hams it up, but I feel like he just likes to make people laugh. That's why he does it.
Yeah.
I feel like he probably does it outside of it, but you know, I'm not gonna pretend like I know who this random person is, but from what I've heard, yeah, he's like more soft spoken off stream, I guess. I think most people would be, you know, you're trying to like say something to get a react. It's all about getting a reaction and maintaining people's attention. That's all Twitch is. So you're gonna act a little differently, right?
Yeah, I heard the only person that's the same as Mizkif, which makes total sense if he has like ADD. So that makes like he's
I feel like Train's probably himself too.
Yeah, I guess like can you really fake like I heard he gambles off stream just as much as he gambles on stream. And he gambles on stream for 30 hours straight.
That's healthy.
That's commitment. Dude, what if Train won Streamer of the Year, Cram, just on hours alone and viewership maintained for hours streamed?
Well, I mean, there are streamers that stream constantly.
He would have earned it.
Yeah.
But Train did. I don't know. I used to think he was funny as fuck until he just only started gambling, only gambling every day.
Yeah, I don't even. Does he even do his own like scuffed podcast anymore? I feel like he doesn't.
I think he just gambles. It probably makes so much money. It's probably like I don't even want to think about it.
Knowing that like every other week there'd be a clip of Train screaming at someone, breaking something.
Yeah.
And then like his chat just going squad W. Like,
dude, I used to think like in the Among Us era, he was the best Among Us player too. I know maybe I'm a little
He did win the first ever Among Us tournament.
Maybe I was a little too into Among Us back then. Like, this is my confession. Okay, chat. Look, I would watch so much Among Us YouTube. So much. Oh my god. I watched, and like, you know it was bad when you started watching the same games but from like 5 people's different perspectives. I'm like, what am I doing? Like I fell in deep, man. I fell in deep.
Hey, we're all guilty of something like that at some point. It's all good.
Okay, anyway, back to the streamer awards. The biggest surprise, or I guess I don't know if it was surprising. I'm kind of surprised Mango didn't show up to get the Melee award. I thought that was kind of like, whoa, because it's like it's his own friends running it. He was obviously gonna win, and I was like, and then of all things, he plays fucking League of Legends. I was like, Mango, you gotta represent the community, man.
League Mango is actually so sad to me.
Taking the award though was funny as fuck too.
Dude, so
it was a good speech.
I was watching the Yard podcast, and they were like, all of Ludwig's roommates were saying like, even the night before, he was saying like, I'm gonna walk up there when Mango wins and like accept the award, or I'm gonna pre-walk up there and accept the award before he can. Like, I'm gonna do it. And they're like, I mean, okay. And they're like, and then right before Hungrybox is like, or Hungrybox goes up to Ludwig. He's like, hey, if Mango doesn't show up, I'm gonna accept the award and give a speech. And then Ludwig's like, I'll text you and let you know. And he's like, no, I'm just gonna do it. Text me if you don't want me to do it. And so he just decided, he like told him, he's like, I'm doing this. I just think, and then it ended up being a good speech. Like he was like, oh, like Melee, fuck Nintendo. It was just the usual like Hungrybox speech. It wasn't like the I'm gonna cry because this is like a great moment thing. It wasn't too cringe. It wasn't over the top. But
that was good. It was good.
Yeah,
it's like the coolest thing HBox ever done.
if instead of like going up there and just like having a speech, he just starts like popping off like on stage.
He's like, "Let's fucking go,
Let's
Mango!"
fucking go!
He's like, what if he just started rolling around and like crying and like just like
crying, rolling,
like
Oh my
out.
god! Oh, like how he won, like when he won fucking Evo, bro.
Yeah, he's just like there's just like snot all over his like he's just oh god, that'd be horrible.
He's just burping and rolling around on the ground.
I think it's so funny that like people outside of the Melee scene like love Hungry Box. Like when he went on when he went unschooled and won it, and like the Smash Ultimate community loves him, and then like all of us in Melee are just like, oh, like this is the
We've seen the dark side. That's why we've seen the dark
Bro,
side.
speaking of that schooled stream, he absolutely owned, bro.
Yeah, but I think didn't he lose on the most recent one? He lost to someone. He lost to Box.
Okay, well, Box is like weirdly good at like nerd shit.
Yeah, it was Hungry Box versus Box, dude.
No, Box can do this like there's this like game. I don't know. I don't think it's Minesweeper. I'm pretty sure it's not. But it's like this browser game, and it's super nerdy. But he can do it like so well, and he's like super good at it. I don't remember what it's called though.
I'm gonna have to Google nerdy browser game and figure out what that is.
Okay,
all right,
Justin.
What?
The absolute most cringe thing to come out of the Streamer Awards though.
What was the most cringy moment?
I have the answer.
Okay, yeah, sure. You go first. I have an idea, but I want to hear yours first.
The most cringy thing about the Streamer Awards was 5 days after the Streamer Awards when Ludwig uploads a video. She made the greatest stream event ever. That was cringy.
Yeah, and then you click on it. It has like nothing to do with it. It's like completely unrelated almost.
I didn't click on it. I unsubbed. I unsubbed.
This is classic YouTuber behavior.
It was just clickbait. The video had like nothing to do with the stream. Like he mentioned it for like the first 30 seconds, and then it was like a video about something else.
Yeah, but like
he knows the audience.
I would argue with someone who was telling me that the Streamer Awards were like good. Like I don't even think they were good. I think they were just average.
Really? I thought it was a good event in terms of like they actually like made an award show that I was interested in more than like I don't like the Oscars, I don't like the Grammys, but like that one I was more interested in. Award shows are cringe in general. I mean, it's just like that's how it is.
Yeah, it's all a bunch of self-congratulatory bullshit. People go up and like gas themselves up. They like basically circle jerk on stage. So it's kind of cool to see like a real take, like someone's like
it was more casual.
Yeah, it's more casual. They get to say what they actually want to say, and they're people who sit in a room and play games for several hours a day straight. So, they're not going to have like this grandiose bullshit speech where they talk about I want to thank the Academy. They're just gonna say some funny shit and get off the stage. So.
Do you have to go to those things if you get nominated? No, technically you don't, but it's kind of weird not to. A lot of people did it. Like some of them zoomed in on like empty chairs, and some of them like made videos because they're from Canada or something. It's just too far of a trip for a quick event. But
what's sad about League of Legends Mango too is I was there for one of the things that broke him early on.
For League?
Long time ago. Yep. A long time ago.
What story is this?
He was streaming, I think he was streaming Counter-Strike actually. And he was like, I think I want to try Dota. And I was in chat and I was like, yo, yeah, no, I'll teach you how to play Dota. Let's play Dota. And he invited me and I played with him and Hannah and a few other people. So I played Dota with Mango on stream for like an hour and a half straight, and he just got destroyed over and over and over and over and over and over. And then he had one game where he played Zeus, and he kind of popped off a little bit, and he like gassed himself up, and I was trying to like get him. Like I'm like, yo, you like popped off that game, bro. And but then he took to League and never went back, dude. I feel bad.
Damn. You actually, your MMR probably fucked him over.
I wasn't even that good, but he was a brand new player. He had never really, I don't think he had really played League that much then even. So he was like very new to that genre.
A brand new player in League gets shit on, but like I can't even imagine a brand new player in Dota. Like that
Yeah,
game
dude,
is
brand new player in Dota is like very,
crazy.
it's merciless. He was having fun, but it's like you can only get stomped like 4 games in a row before you're like, all right, maybe this is not for me.
Yeah, like they're just MOBAs are so unforgiving. They're just not.
League Mango is so sad to me. I really don't want to see that anymore. I mean, I'm glad he's having fun and all, but I feel like that game and Dota both just steal your soul.
Yeah, I mean, like fun is an objective word, right? Like you can't really
Sure.
say like I don't know.
Oh
Like,
my god, you get so mad.
I mean,
get
do you
so
see
mad.
Tyler
Nobody
one?
gets-
I mean, well, like his quality of life, you know, you could see like he's happy at the gym, and then he plays League, and he's just like,
It's so
For
funny
reference-
because the posture of Tyler 1 changes throughout the day, right? Like at
Correct.
first he's like just normal playing the game, and at the end of the stream, dude, he's literally slumped in his
yeah,
chair,
he's just
bro.
like,
He's
So
full
depressed.
slump.
he's just like, fuck this, I don't want to be here.
All will to live has been sucked out of him. Like for reference, I have 3.5k hours in Dota 2.
Oh my god,
That's crazy.
I don't
I've got
even think
hours,
I don't
dude.
even think that's that much, to be honest. Like compared to how much I
It's-
probably have in League,
It's not that much, but it's
it's an amount.
when I played with him, I probably had like 1,000 even, and I still didn't really grasp, certain concepts. These games are just merciless.
They're too
like
deep, yeah.
the CBT of video games. They just really have no mercy.
The thing I hate about like games that are like easy to learn, hard to master, like MOBAs, is like sure, it's easy to learn in a sense. Like there is a learning curve, but it's not as high as like some other games. But like you just can't master it. Even the pros say like they can't master the game because like it patches too much. Like you
Well,
just
The
say,
main
like,
problem,
League is easy to learn for sure, but I don't think Dota is at all. Actually, I
they're
think
both
Dota
they're both
is pretty difficult to learn. Actually,
the reason why there's such a skill ceiling for both though is you need to know what every character does a little bit. Like if you walk up to someone and
That's
they
fair.
just burst you from 100 to 0, you lost. Sometimes
Yeah.
sometimes that's the game losing, and you just didn't know what they could do to you. So you have to
Yeah.
kind of understand. I remember like watching pros play Dota, like just to like learn what a character does.
Mm-hmm.
So that I knew when I encountered it, I'm like, okay, I know this person can stun me from like about that far away, so I'm not going to go that close. And it's like you have to kind of know what every character does. And in League and in Dota, there's hundreds of characters, so it's like, damn, bro,
it's crazy
that's
because
just
like
starting
your
off point. Is,
perception of like a character can change while you play too, though. Which is like, for example, when I first started playing League, I thought Yasuo was like the most bullshit character in the game, and he is. But the reason I thought he was bullshit was because he was so tanky with his shield. But I had no clue how the shield worked.
Well, they
So
did
whenever I
nerf it
hit
like a
him,
million times since. Back then it was broken. Yeah,
yeah,
it
so like
was.
I was like hitting him like all the time. I didn't know that I had to hit him once and then go in, because I would just go in and like all my damage would get tanked. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is the tankiest character in the whole game.
Yeah.
yeah, you have to know all the little nuances of the character, and maybe there's an item that does damage over time that breaks a shield, and then you don't even need to
Yeah,
use
something
any
like that.
abilities. It's like there's like it's just layers, man. It's crazy. Those games are some of my favorite because they're just like so. I like to play really hard games. Basically, every game that I main and play for hours on end is like torturingly hard, and it's always kind of been the case. I started out when I was like 5 years old. We had a gateway PC with like actually it was pre-gateway. This was like when you just had like Windows 95 on like one of those tan shitty PCs, and I had like Quake Online, and I would just get completely destroyed and called slurs when I was 10 years old. And that's like number one. Quake Online when I was 10, but I was playing solo when I was like 5 years old. So it's like you start off there, you're gonna have like a taste in you're gonna want more blood, man. So Dota, Counter-Strike, Melee,
Rocket
just
League
hard
yeah,
games.
I agree.
Rocket
League's
League's
really hard.
nuts.
At the high end.
No,
yeah.
it is really hard. It is. I can't play it at all. I totally respect people who can play
Rocket
that.
League is a game where like it's so unintuitive to humans.
Yes. Yep.
Mhm.
I feel useless. I pick up the controller. I'm like, I can't drive straight. So
Like if I'm
Yeah.
playing
Losing
Call
it.
of Duty and Battlefield, it's intuitive as fuck. You just
Mhm.
aim and shoot, right?
Yeah, people will
But
watch
Rocket
me
League is
play
like-
Rocket League, and they'll come to my house, and they'll be like, "Oh, that game looks really easy." And I pick up the controller, and they're like, "I can't hit the ball. I can't hit the ball. This is
Seriously, it's
stupid."
that bad,
And I'm
bro.
like,
It looks really easy.
yeah, I don't know what to say. Anyway, let's get into the meat here.
Yeah, the meat.
Here we go. This is a podcast chat about emotes. And today, you know what, chat, if you're listening, why don't you put your favorite emote right now while we discuss our favorite BTTV or third-party emote. What is your guys' favorites?
Favorite emotes.
I should have thought about this before I went on here.
Yeah, I really didn't think about this. This is
Your
the
favorite
one thing I should have
BTTV
actually
emote?
thought.
Let's fucking go is really good.
Oh, that's a good one.
A lot of people like mod check.
I always insta go to Sag.
Yeah,
Like,
Sag, Omega Lol, Papega, Fivehead, mod check. Did I say mod check?
Yeah,
Honestly,
mod check.
I'll be honest. The one that makes me like, I always think is fun to see is like, I really like mod check, but cat jam. I don't know why. Like, just when you get a bunch of cat jams and you're just jamming your head back and like, I don't know. Cat jam gets me in the mood, dude. It really does.
Cat jam is really good, and I think there are a lot of emotes that are hella good, but I don't spam them. And to me, my favorite emote is one that I spam all the time. So it's gotta be Sag.
Yeah, I really like Dono Wall. I think it's like one of the most BM. Like, it's so disrespectful to basically tell the streamer that nobody's listening.
Dono Wall's hella good.
I mean,
Dono Wall is really good.
My favorite thing is when I like have like 6 viewers and I ask someone or I ask chat a question and no one responds. Then I get Dono Walled. I don't even need the emote. It's worse.
Yeah, Dono Wall is amazing. I also am a huge fan. I mean, yeah. I think for modern emotes, I mean, some Smash is a classic. That one's kind of fallen off. The new No emote with a screaming emoji. That one's really good.
I don't even know if I've seen that.
Really?
Maybe I have. I just don't remember it in my head.
Oh, it's amazing. I have it enabled.
All
the Pepes, yeah.
Dude, can I admit that like I think Peepo's a little overrated?
Peepo, yeah. I guess.
I feel like Peepo's like people like use Peepo way too much. I'm like,
Peepo,
it's not that cute to me. I don't really fucking care about Peepo. Is that a hot take?
Sag is a good Peepo variant, and Nodders is a good Peepo variant. But
no, Peepo is more like a wider, fatter version of Pepe. It's
there's Peepo wide, and then there's I would say that like
I like Pepe. I just don't like Peepo. Is that fair?
I mean, I'm the opposite. I like Peepo. I don't like Pepe that much.
But you like Sag, which is Pepe.
It's kind of in between. It's kind of its own entity.
No, Sag is Pepe, dude. Because Sag is old.
Yeah.
Look at his fucking head, bro.
No,
Look at his
Sag
fucking
is
head.
so
That's
old,
not a Pepe head.
That is a Pepe head.
Tyler one head.
Oh my god, you're insane.
I will say
Peepo's has like the fucking blush things, and it's like these are all
like
Pepes, Cram. These are all Pepes.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna.
Feels bad, man. Yeah, all those.
Anyways,
yeah, Easy's a good one. Easy's.
But I will
really
say
good.
my absolute favorite emote on all of Twitch, regardless if it's BTTV channel or just generic, is Sock Despair. It is the pinnacle of emotes, bro.
So that's a good one.
Pinnacle of
I feel
emotes.
like it really captured the.
It's so good.
I captured the feeling with that one.
Tell us your thought process. Why did you make Sock Despair?
Despair. I love Despair as an emote. I think whenever I see like blank incident with the Despair emotes, it's so funny to me. Like, I don't know. I have a very dumb sense of humor. So like very simple shit, very specific shit makes me laugh. Like when something's very specific to the scenario, like if you die in a game and someone says like the bridge incident, Despair, like that's hilarious to me. That's really funny to me. I love that shit.
That's like 30% of XQC's chat too.
Yeah. I love Despair.
Yeah, no, that you really could one day like make that a tier 3, and Cram would probably pay the price.
I would buy it. I would actually buy it. That
Don't tempt me.
so
Don't tempt me.
It really is like it has no business being as good as it is. For those, can we get some Socklops Despair spam in the chat so they know what we're talking about?
A lot of Socklops emotes are really, really good.
I kind of there's a few iterations of like really bad ones that I had to call, but the thing is you got to throw out. You miss 99% of the shots you don't take. I throw them out there. Sometimes they miss, but I'm pretty careful and when they hit, I make sure they hit. I
Yeah.
think Socklop Please could use a reiteration. I think you're absolutely right about that. That was like the lore behind Socklop Please is it was made in about 30 minutes right before I was about to start a stream because I had unlocked animated emote slots.
So it was your
And
first
I just
one.
wanted one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That kind of like adds to the lore, actually.
Actually, Socklop What was the first first animated emote, but then I improved that one because that one was shit.
I do remember I did not like the original Cyclops What.
Yeah, it was bad because I didn't know how to do animated emotes, so I've kind of like taught myself how to like properly provide, like put an alpha channel on something and make it look clean and make it look smooth and everything. So they'll get better with time, guys.
We need to pet the sock.
You know what? Okay, this might be a hot take.
Enlighten me.
I use this a lot in your channel. I just don't like the name. I like the emote look. I just don't like the name. I guess it's one of your follower emotes because I can't use it right now. Cyclops Joy.
Yo, Joy, because it's I need another.
It needs a better name. Like Cyclops LOL. Like that's not the Joy. It's the LOL one. It's you're laughing so hard you're crying. I don't know. It's not Joy.
Isn't that what that's called? Isn't that called?
No,
Joy
it's called
emoji?
like the LOL emoji.
Yeah, look, type in Joy emoji into Google and tell me what you see, guys.
Yeah, the crying laughing is a Joy emoji.
Everybody Google that and tell me what you see.
Yeah, that's a bunch of cap. All right, well.
Okay, let's see. Well,
I mean, technically you're right, but you're also wrong. You know?
Okay, well, I'm wrong, guys. Google's wrong.
Thank you. I mean, as long as we're all on the same page.
Can we just take a second to realize that Justin's ego is so big he's challenging Google?
No, I mean I'm saying Google's wrong objectively because it is LOL.
Just
not Joy. You are crazy.
He will dethrone Google.
I mean, I'm on the way. That's all I'm gonna say.
Favorite Just Russ emote. What is it?
I love the clown, dude.
Everyone loves the clown, man.
That's too easy.
Dude, if you look at my stream elements, like my emote counter, the top 3 / and the 4th one's on the way. It's going up. Is the clown?
That's so good.
Like people fucking
specifically.
You like the clown with the balloon over the not the balloon?
I like the balloons because it adds a little bit of flair to it, man. But I like both of them.
No, that's fair.
I mean, personally, I like my emote, but that's just because it's me.
Oh, wow.
I think Hannah's emote, now that I'm looking at it, is actually pretty good too. A lot of them are really good.
Yeah, the ones that look the best are Pog and Dog. Yeah, but no one uses those, even though it's for this show. It's kind of shocking in a way.
Can you make it override the regular PogChamp? Because that's what I would do. Oh, it would have to be a BTTV one then, right?
Well, I think Pog is just a universal Twitch one. Right?
I don't think so. I think you could make it work, but I mean, it's good to have your nice emotes behind the PogChamp. The new PogChamp is Komodo hype, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I found hilarious when that became confirmed because
I think it's amazing.
The meta with Komodo hype was always Komodo hype remove Pog.
Yep.
And so the fact that it became Pog is kind of funny.
All because Gutex had to go crazy, man.
Gutex went crazy, and also all the other PogChamp emotes were so bad.
They were so bad. Do
you guys remember that?
I feel like I could make a great Pog. Like some of the Pog faces were like
okay. Wait, my PogChamp's okay.
Wait,
it's not great, but
I feel you do the lip. The thing is, I do
the lip right.
You know what I don't like about yours? Your mouth, like in the grand scheme of things, when it's zoomed out, it doesn't show your mouth as much.
True. I need to enlarge my mouth somehow.
All right, tell me if my Pog face is good.
I'm gonna edit that. Let's see it. There's a delay. Pretty good.
Yeah,
I think you nailed it. Yeah, I think you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just gotta have like a wide mouth and you're good to go.
I think you're a strong contender to just dethrone Komodo hype.
All right, animated emotes overall though, sometimes some of them are kind of dog, dude. Sometimes they overdo them.
Hey, mine were bad. I think it's really easy to make a bad animated emote.
There's one animated emote that's just goated, and everyone knows exactly which one we're talking about.
Which one's that?
Let me see if I can find it. This one. This one's just goated.
That's a good one. Yeah.
It's just the perfect one.
You know what's funny is I came up with this idea on a whim. I was making another animated emote, and I was gonna do like something like with an L or something. And I was like, what if I just like talk shit to the chatter above me? I'm sure somebody else has done this before. There has to be another.
It's definitely been done, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but
just been done a
but
million times.
it's the way it's the way you shake your head.
you're just so
You're just so disgusted with the.
Yeah, this was genuinely like on the fly. I just did that.
Yeah,
Like I went from
For
doing
sure.
my original idea into doing that, and I was like, that's really funny, dude.
dude, you had some like clarity, man, for sure. That's a
Yeah.
It's a good fucking one. It's good.
But there'll be an evolution. I just need to unlock more slots.
I like that. I like that. Okay, if you had to choose one, are you going with LOL or Keck? Are you a
LOL.
Keck W, LOL W?
Oh, instantly. It's not even hesitation.
I actually came around to really like Keck.
I
like
I don't
Keck,
know. I can't stand Keck.
I was a
dude.
Keck hater. I
like Keck spinoffs, but the Keck W, like the original Keck W is garbage. I fucking hate
You know what's
that emote.
really good is Keck Bye.
I don't even think I've seen that.
What is
Oh my
Keck
God.
by?
He's
up.
just waving. He's like, so like when you get like deleted in a game, people Keck by you. It's really good. Look
That
at
actually is pretty funny.
Keck Bye is amazing. Keck Bye is amazing. Keck L is good. No, fuck that one, dude.
Keck
I hate the Keck
Heimerdinger?
Heim.
What?
I hate the Keck Heim.
Dude, the League emotes are so weird. They're all so weird.
It's cursed. They did nail the tooth.
Oh God, I can't with Keck, man.
I need to make a Keck emote.
And
of
it
myself.
sucks because I actually liked the original video. It's just I've been so disgusted with Keck on Twitch that I just can't anymore.
Yeah, it's been kind of abused, huh?
And also like it's kind of sad, but like both people, Keck and LOL, are like no longer with us.
The Keck
Correct.
guy's dead.
Yeah,
big
he
time.
passed away recently. I think Seabiscuit, or was that the original for LOL? Am I crazy? Was that his name?
Yeah.
Seabiscuit? Total Biscuit. Yeah, Total Biscuit.
Seabiscuit, yeah,
Sorry,
Total Biscuit.
that actually relates to my horse story, which we'll get to next. It's just that name is stuck in my head, and you'll see exactly why when we get to the horse story. Anyway, yeah, both of them are no longer with us, so it's almost sad in a way. Okay,
Yeah, Keckman died.
Sag or Feels Bad Man? I feel like Sag is irreplaceable.
I think
Yeah,
Feels
I
Bad
think
Man's a great
Sag has-
emote, but Sag just hits it in a different way.
It's just the way
think it took
Pepe's
over.
so deflated. Like he's just
Yeah.
oh, he's just like Sag. Like he's just deflating into himself. It's
Oh no.
it's
Oh,
irreplaceable,
no,
man.
I'm
You really can't.
Sag.
You really can't replace Sag.
It's at a glance too really good. Like some emotes you need to like zoom in to get the whole picture. But Sag is
Perfect
like
size for sure.
good glance value from Sag.
All right, what is your most spammable emote? What like? If you hit an emote, you're gonna spam the fuck out of it. Like it's just fun to you.
I mean,
I think
Sockhouse
Omega
Despair
Low's a
is
good
super
spam.
fun for me.
Yeah, Cycle of Despair is situational.
It's
though,
not
right?
spammable. You don't like hit like
Yeah.
I spam it. I don't fucking care, bro.
He does,
yeah,
I
he
spam
really
Sockhouse
does.
You know what emote I spam a lot, and it's probably Cat Jam, because like seeing like 20 of the cats doing this at once is amazing. But which one do I use the most in chat? Probably Omega Lol or Let's Fucking Go. I just like using
Yeah, I
those.
guess like in terms of how general can an emote be, and like how many instances can the emote be relevant? I think Omega Lol is probably the king.
Yeah, Omega Lol and Lol
You can just
are
put it
both
anywhere, pretty much.
like spammable.
Unless you're like doing.
Are you a
like,
fan of LOL or LOL
sad.
W?
I'm a Lol
Lol
W.
Lol W is sick. They're
Yeah.
both good.
We didn't even wait. We didn't even talk about, dude. What's the best?
I love the
manga?
hand with
What's the
Lol.
best
The
manga?
hand with Lol.
Yeah, LOL is
What's the
pretty
best
good.
what?
What's the best manga?
Best Monka? I like a Monka X.
Manga X.
That's like
It's when
just
his
the
eyes-
eyes, right?
No, his eyes go like this, and then his eyes expand, like he's like scared as shit. That one's good.
Yeah.
I like Manga W, which you don't have enabled on your channel, by the way.
Yeah, you
or
have to have.
Cyclops.
I don't have Monka W.
Cyclops.
You have Manga S.
I have
not
Monka S. Yeah.
Which is fine, but I like
I
Manga
thought I
W
did have
more.
Monka
Yeah,
W.
Monka W is better than Monka S, honestly. I do agree.
Big time.
Wait. Yes, Venom does make a good point. D colon probably is my favorite, like in terms of like aesthetics.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
It says so much. Like whenever you see it spammed in like a bigger streamer, it just says so much. Like, like
It's so funny because everyone trash talks everybody in games, but when chat collectively decides they're gonna take the high ground, when someone's like "fuck you, bitch," and they just like
the D colons come.
spam, yeah, decolon. It's like,
It's
dude,
so
you
beautiful.
would say
It's
the
so
same
beautiful.
shit. I love it. It's so
it's
funny.
A great emote for medium-sized streamers, but on a huge streamer like XQC, they'll decolon any swear word anytime XQC hits anyone in Mario Kart. Like they just overuse decolon hella hard.
Yeah, on bigger streamers they definitely do, but like whenever you see it like flooding through chat, like down to up,
those moments are good no matter what.
But. Yeah, like it's just when I think of watching a big stream, I think of I'm either gonna see a bunch of Sages, a bunch of D-colons, or a bunch of Omega Lols or Lol Ws, and that's pretty much like what you see in an average Twitch chat. All right, chat, we're gonna do a quick horse story, and then we'll move on to the Q&A. Unless there's anything you guys want to say about emotes before we move on to the next topic.
Well, it's not really about emotes, but there's an image in the doc.
No, we're not going to talk about the image.
Oh yeah.
But could we though?
K Kona W.
Oh, I added K Kona for you, Cram, on Frankerface.
All right, Pog.
So now you can use your K Kona W's now.
Let's go, K Kona.
That's good. Yeah, K Kona is good.
It's the best. I think it's the best culture stereotype emote.
Yes, yeah.
I've been seeing it so much where they're just like making fun of like people and they just add K Kona, like very sarcastic jokes.
Oh, you know what another one is? 3-head is so fucking funny.
People don't have 3-head, dude. People never have 3-head enabled.
Dude, I'm sorry. I was looking at 3-head last night with Roach. It looks so offensive to me.
I know, but it like in the context of like oi bruv. Oi
bruv. I might. I'll do you in.
I can't do 3-head, man.
You've got me knackered, bruv.
I need to see a 3-head that looks less offensive. It looks really offensive to me. I don't know. Like my initial thing was like it just looks so like not okay to me. No, if it was like the opposite of 5-head, where it was like a huge brain, it was like a small brain, I think I'd be more okay with it. But the way it looks it doesn't look right. I don't know.
It's supposed to be. I mean, it's supposed to be a little bit of an an elbow for the the grin, dude. The little jacked up grin.
Yeah. I think the teeth are the fucked up part.
Yeah, anytime there's something about like, crime in the US, like gun laws or like rejecting the vaccine, people spam K Kona. It's being used in a derogatory way to be which like
I love.
Every American thinks like this, which is hilarious. I love it too.
No, like I mean I think K Kona sure like can be used offensively, but it's just like I feel like 3-head just looks offensive. Like I don't know how.
Okay.
Like if you look at a picture of K Kona, it's not like I get offended looking at it. You're offended more by the context of how it's used. Whereas 3-head, I literally look at him like I don't want to look at that.
Let me take a look. Let me see if there's anything. It's pretty bad, yeah.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
I love it though.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I wish it was just if it was like a smaller brain, just like a bigger, like it's like the opposite of 5-head, it'd be one thing. I can't get behind it, guys. I can't. It's just not for me.
I'm pretty sure I have 3-head enabled. If you guys want a 3-head, free stream, where you're free to spam 3-head in freedom, just make sure you come over.
Heartnark 3-head.
Heartnark 3-head. Yeah, 3-head is enabled on my channel, guys. Okay, Comrade's also enabled on my channel. I've got a few different nationalities here.
Yeah.
Representation, that's what I'm all about.
Anyway,
the horse story.
The horse story, Chad. Are you ready for this? Are you I don't know if you guys are ready for the horse story. I mean, if I'm being honest, this is really more for Cram. But here we go. The horse story. So, Cram, this is mostly going to be to you. You love horses.
Correct.
You know, recently, every time I hear the word horse, I just want to laugh. Like, it's become one of those words to me. Like, you know how some people laugh at, like, queef? Or just, like, stupid words like that? When I hear the word horse, I'm filled with joy. I want to, like, burst into laughter because I can't take the word seriously anymore. Like, I use it while I'm driving. Like, if someone cuts me off, I'm like, horse. Like, you know, I just constantly use it, like, as, like, my joke word, right? So here I am at work. And let me just say, she works with, I work with her. She's technically, like, I guess you would say, like, my boss, but someone I work for, right? Maybe not my direct boss, but you get what I'm saying. Someone I work for, also, like adjacent to my desk. And I was walking into her office one day because she's, like, newish because we just came back to the office. And she's like, she inherited an office with, like, a bunch of, like, nails in the wall. And I was like, oh, are you gonna, like, reuse these nails and, like, hang up your own pictures? And she's like, well, I don't really know what I want to hang up on my wall. Like, I can't think of anything. And I was like, oh, well, the previous person who had this office, like, held up, like, it was like, you know, it was very, like, Native American art, like cave drawings of animals. It was a collage. It was like 12 different pieces. And I was like, well, maybe you could put up, like, places you've been. Maybe you can put up, like, you know, families and friends. You see how I'm building up the story, guys. I'm building up the story. I hope the payoff is worth it. I'm really scared that you guys aren't going to think it's funny. Because I thought it was fucking hilarious, but maybe I'm just an idiot here. Maybe I'm the fool, okay? Anyway.
Possible.
So, about a week or two later of us... Actually, no. We talked about this months ago. Recently, we started going back to the office, and again, I'm like, oh, so have you decided what you want to do for the thing? And she's like, no, I think I need a little bit more time. And I said, okay. 3 days ago, I'm in the office, right, Cram? And she's like, Justin, I've decided. And I said, oh. I'm like, oh, really? Like, dude, I'm already laughing. Fuck.
I'm laughing thinking of what's coming. Fuck. I'm thinking of how a horse can relate to this. I'm starting to laugh.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know why the word horse and just thinking about horses is so funny to me now. It's so fucked. My brain is wrong now. Anyway, she's like, okay, so I think I finally decided. And I said, oh, cool. Like, what is it? And she's just like, oh. And she's like, well, it's just better if I show you. And I say, okay. She shows me a phone, and it's a picture of a horse. And it's Seabiscuit, Cram. It's Seabiscuit.
A beautiful stout.
And it says Seabiscuit, and it's a horse, and he's like mid-run, like in a race. And I was like, I look at it, I'm like, oh, like as one of the 12 pictures, because I didn't know the scaling size. And she's like, oh no, this is gonna cover the whole wall. And I'm like, oh, like a big picture? She's like, yeah, Seabiscuit just really inspires me. And I'm like,
what?
I'm like,
how? It's not even.
And, dude, I actually was just like, I pretended like I had to do something else. Cause I was about to burst and like just almost spit take in her face. Like if I had water in my mouth, it'd just be everywhere. Cause I was ready to burst into laughter. So I walk away and I just like sit at my desk and I think I tell a few people, I'm like, one of my coworkers says Seabiscuit is her inspiration and I don't know what to do with this information. And then I go, so maybe, it's actually great thing. I talked about it with her today. Cause she told me like on Thursday last week. I talked to her about it today, Cram. Today's Tuesday, March 22nd. 5 days after. So, but like 3 days in terms of work days, right? We had the weekend. And I'm like, oh, and she brings it in today. It's a huge picture of Seabiscuit and it's a horse. And I'm like, oh my God, she wasn't joking. Because I was like, I literally thought she was fucking with me. Like, I was like, oh, like, Seabiscuit's your inspiration. Like, that's funny. And then she's like, so I'm like, so, because I needed podcast material, of course. I ask, why is Seabiscuit inspiring to you? And she's like, oh, let me tell you all the reasons. And I'm like, all the reasons? And she's like, yes. Seabiscuit, I guess the lore is, she explained a lot of lore to me. He was always undersized for a horse. He always had like very bad odds. And no one really ever thought he could win, even though he sometimes did win, of course. Like, just people just didn't believe in the horse, right? And the other thing was his jockey was like bigger and taller than other jockeys. Cause you know, like the way they like to do it is they like to have as short of a horse rider as possible to like minimize weight and help like the horse like just run as fast as they can. So not only was he a smaller horse, like significantly smaller, he also had a bigger jockey. But something about Seabiscuit is, I guess when he was lined up next to people in races, especially the best horse, he would get super competitive and just race his ass off and just try to outpace. He would only outpace the horse next to him. So if he was like put next to one of the smaller horses, he wouldn't care and he'd like be like last place or whatever. But like if he was against a horse that was like the best horse, he would just like and just go like rage mode. And she's like, I'm around all these people that are like chasing for the top, and I'm the little underdog, and no one believes in me, but it doesn't matter because I will fight. He is my inspiration. And I was like,
this has to be ironic.
no, it's not ironic. 100%. Like I wanted to burst laughter the first time. I wanted to burst out into laughter when she was explaining it, but I like tried to just keep it together because like it really mattered to her. I was like, I almost kind of wanted to be like, hey, like, are you single? Like, I know a horse.
Oh,
you know, it would have been,
that's what's up.
It would have been good.
Yeah, no, I think that's the weird thing about that is there are just so many better examples of that. There are just so many people that were underdogs, and there's a lot of humans and a lot of people who were in such a like drastically similar situations to her that she could have drawn inspiration from and actually learned from, but instead she chose a horse that you can't really compare yourself too much of at all. You can't run like a horse. You can't do anything. A horse is better than you at a lot of things.
When I walk into her office now, I just see this giant horse picture, and I just
there's no way.
It's hard for me. Take a picture of that. Oh, I did. Oh my god! Wait! No, I prepared this for the podcast. Okay, hold on.
Just hold your phone up. I need to see this.
Okay, I can't like emphasize the scaling. This is huge. It's framed.
Wow.
It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Yeah. The Race of the Century, Seabiscuit and War Admiral, 1938. It's a huge picture.
Weird. Like I get why people are into horses and everything, but I've always kind of had, I've always had shifty glances towards people really into horses, Graham.
I mean, what are you trying to say by that, though?
Like horse girls, girls who are really into horses. I've always had like if you have a horse calendar, that says something. I'm not sure what exactly, but I've always kind of had I've always kind of looked out of the corner of my eye at people who are really into horses. Cram.
So how do you see me?
Yeah, you keep like targeting him with your sentences, and I'm like,
weird. Like, why are you saying cram at the end of your sentences though? That's like
I keep you close. I keep my enemies close. My horse enemies close. That's why I give them mod.
Keep me in your sights.
Yes, I need to keep you close. Your mod. You have moderation.
You know what? Let's start a horse debate right now. Let's be honest, guys. Pegasus or unicorn?
Pegasus is more majestic. Unicorn is more powerful.
Pegasus is lit. What do you mean?
How do you mean more powerful?
The unicorn horn has magic.
And a unicorn can fly too, right? So it's like, why would you?
Pegasus can fly.
I thought a unicorn could fly.
I don't. It just depends on the lore. Like,
Yeah, it's in so much imagery I've seen of unicorns flying, like just floating. They don't really have wings necessarily. They just kind of.
Cyclops, I don't. Cyclops, I don't know why, but your mic is cracking.
Oh, is it?
I don't know. It's like a weird crackling sound.
Is it still doing it?
Not as much anymore. I don't know. I'll let you know.
Cable.
I'll let you know. No, okay. Like unicorns flying, like I've seen it with like where it's in the air, like hovering. I wouldn't even say it's flying. It's like magically hovering and it has a trail of rainbows behind it.
Yeah.
Let's establish a base. I feel like a unicorn shouldn't be allowed, but I've also seen unicorns that can't fly, but they run at super speeds and they can run across water.
Unicorns that they're not. I've never really seen unicorns flying. I've always just assumed that they're jumping.
That high.
Yeah.
That long.
Magic.
In the clouds.
They're
Jesus.
Magic.
There's a lot of lore to go into unicorns and Pegasi.
Look up
Is that
on
actually
YouTube.
what it is? Do you actually say Pegasi there?
I don't think you say Pegasus. You say Pegasi, right? You have to.
I'm about to end the unicorn's whole career. Everyone go to YouTube, type in TriStar intro. That's the goated Pegasus. That thing owns any unicorn. Sorry. Not sorry.
Oh, yeah, this.
I just think Pegasus is sick. I've always been into Pegasi myself. But a horse with wings, there's just something about it. There's just something about. Now, to be fair, if you were a Pegasus, would you even be on the ground that much? Like, why would you need to?
Now you've got to abuse flying.
Yeah,
abuse the mechanics. Oh yeah, I'd be floating, flying around. Yeah, absolutely.
That's not legal.
And it can just kick you in the head when it's flying around.
It is cracking again. But
it is cracking.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's weird because it wasn't cracking most of the it just kind of happened all of a sudden. It's like static electricity or something on it. I don't know.
Oh, maybe it is.
Maybe
it's from my facial hair. Here, let me try to recreate it. Ready?
I don't think that's it. What is that? What is that emote? Bang me, bruh. What are you watching, J-Rays? What are you watching? You're watching a channel called Bang Me. Oh my god. Yeah, that's something, man. Anyways,
peaky bump.
Do you guys have any questions for Cyclops and Cram? I know they come around these parts a little too often. You were there when Gimby raided her? Oh yeah. I forgot. J-Ray's into freaky shit. Same.
True.
I'm down. I'm down to be in
ASMR streams.
How the fuck you know? You asked if it was related to a food. I did. You're right. Why? Why do you do this to me, Cram? Cyclops, would you like to do the Wilderness Explorer call?
What is that? I think you better just do it.
You have to do it, yeah.
The wilderness must be explored. Caw, caw, rah! Okay, you're doing the next one.
Know, okay.
Yeah, okay, you're doing this one. Cram, stop. Cram, stop. Venom, stop, please. We're mid-podcast, guys. Please.
Oh, damn it, I don't have enough points to also...
Cyclops, please do one.
I don't have enough.
Oh, God.
No, I can't.
We have 3.
You guys are scammed. No, you guys are scammed. I'm sorry.
We have 3 on queue.
Yeah, we have 3. I mean, like, I can't... I'll just... Anyway, are you going to be playing Among Us with us, Cyclops, after this?
I just scam my
We're Among Us-ing?
Wait, you didn't know?
I didn't know we were Among Us-ing.
Dude, this is he just became an Among Us normie out of nowhere.
I need to play some Among Us. You know, I'm about to drop dead. I had a long day today, but I can always make some time for Among Us.
All right. Do you guys feel like we left everything out on the field here for emotes? When we come back, do we want to talk about food again?
I think we should bring it back to food.
Bring it back to food.
Run it back.
Run it back. Okay, we took a little side break.
So many things we could, like desserts, drinks. We have a bunch of things we could talk about.
Among Us is the best game of all time. Poggers. He's just really doubling down on it. Wow. The wilderness must be explored. Caw, caw, rawr! Okay, there's 2. 2 out of 4. I don't want to do this anymore. Cram, can you do?
Wilderness must be explored. Caw, caw, rawr!
There we go. That's 3. Cyclops, hit us with one. Hit us with a good one.
The wilderness must be explored. Kaka. Kaka.
You have to rar.
Yeah, come
Is that
on.
how it goes?
Come on, rar one time, man.
Rar.
The hand signs too.
Is it too hard to rar, man?
I forgot.
It's okay.
Genuinely.
I don't want to be here. Anyways.
How do I unsub?
Yeah, from Cyclops?
Yeah. How do I just unsub?
Damn.
Unsub for me.
How are you gonna? You're gonna lose the emote though.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude.
You can't leave. You can never leave.
How can he put that much effort into his emotes, but put 0 effort into the chant?
Listen.
Ooh.
Okay. Listen. Do you want me to?
Look,
Oh,
production value over content every day of the week.
No way, no way. That's not what happened. Listen. Let me state my case, okay? 4 a.m. I opened my eyes. I rolled out of bed with 2 hours of sleep. I worked my IT job for 10 hours. I got
Is that
on
what you
stream.
do?
I streamed for 5.5 hours. While in the same chair, I turned my chair from one screen to the other and streamed for 5.5 hours straight. Then I got off for 30 minutes, and then I came and did this.
Wait, you actually do IT? I did not know that. I thought you were an engineer.
Yes. No.
So,
Nope.
What's the worst story about IT? Tell me your worst work story.
Yeah, do you have IT horror stories?
I don't really, honestly, guys.
Do you ever just want to just like grab someone
so good.
Grab someone by the hair and just kind of just give them a little front hand, backhand over and over again. Just
love it.
Just right, left. Like, oh, you just like, you idiot. Just restart your damn computer. Like, do you ever just think that to yourself? Like, did you restart your computer?
Never. You know me. I'm so positive and so, loving that it's hard for me to like bring that energy to the table. I just really love working with these people, and they're so smart.
It's
and
so funny that you're saying that. When
dude,
a couple of podcasts ago, you called Pringles dystopian. I just feel like the contrast here is like so.
Well, okay, just tell it how it is, man.
I have a story about IT, and I feel like this is a lot of people's problem. Every time I call the IT person, dude, I like restarted my computer 9 times, restarted everything. And then the moment they come over and do it, it works. And it triggers me, man. Cause then they look at me like I'm an idiot. And I'm just look,
that does happen. Yeah.
I'm like, look, man, like, what do you want from me? I did it 12 times and it wasn't enough. Like, I guess 13 was a charm. So every time it happens, I restart just a few more times every time. I even mix in a couple shutdowns in there. Little factory, like a full hard shutdown, a tech shutdown. You just throw them all in there, dude. But they restart it that one time, and like the IT magic person comes over, and you're just like, fuck.
We do got the magic touch.
I will say I had a little job when I was like 15 or 16. It was at this IT place, and it was like a computer fixer store. I have actually a lot of stories from this place. But the story today is 99% of the problems that came through the door, you could solve by just downloading Malwarebytes, running a scan. It would solve it almost pretty much every time. But there were a couple problems where it was just like weird shit. Like one customer had over 200,000 viruses on their computer.
Same.
200,000.
You're like, I'm gonna need to check that hard drive. And then he's like, no.
And there's also like, dude, there's one guy. This is the only time I encountered this while I was there, but he just had porn like not even in a folder, just the pictures on his desktop, dude.
Yeah, you just gotta have the JPEG ready to go.
In, no shame. I'm like, damn. But honestly, I gotta respect it. Honestly. He's brought it in. It's like,
wait,
my computer's kind of running slow, and he just has porn like right there.
Cyclops, do you IT in person, or are you an at-home remote IT?
I work
person?
from home right now.
That's rough. IT from home probably sucks. But actually, it could be better in some ways, right?
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I get to I have 3 days off a week.
There's probably problems though where it's like the instructions are a little too complicated, and it's like really hard to like phone call.
Do you ever like
describe.
remote into someone's screen and you see something like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
I've seen some shit.
oh my god, dude, I have such a good story. Oh my god, Cyclops, you're gonna hate me for this. Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
One time, I needed the IT person at my firm. There's some things they won't let us do, and like it's so ridiculous. Okay, this one's stupid because of how secure our firewall is. You can't even like change your thing to night vision mode. Like you have to have an IT person because that's like an admin setting, like just to have night shift on. But anyway, we're not getting into this. He needed to add like some like extra permissions to my computer, and he's the only one that could do it. But he had to remote into my computer, and while I'm talking to him, I'm texting my boss like, IT guy is being so mad or so annoying to me, and I'm just like, I'm instant messaging, and then I'm like, wait, I just shared him my screen. So then I like minimize it and hope he just doesn't see it, and we just sit there and go through it, and I bet he's like, I bet he was like, dude, this motherfucker talking shit, thinks I don't see it. I'm like, damn. I was embarrassed.
Let's just say Just Rush vented.
Yeah, that was not one of my brightest moments in my Just Rush lore. But dude, the IT person, he was in a bad mood that day. I don't know what I did to him. He seemed like he wanted to kill me. And I was like, I asked like the most like standard basic thing. It was like probably something he does like 30 times a day.
Yeah.
And he's just like not in the mood, dude. He was just like, I'm like, dude, I'm like, I could do this if you guys gave me the permissions, but you know. Anyway. All right, guys, let's wrap it up. Let's wave goodbye to the camera. Dude, last week, no, Cyclops, too early, dude. It's too, give it a sec. Too early. Last week, Murtaza failed it 4 times. It was rough. Can we get this on the count of 3? Can we all look into the camera and say goodbye? 3, 2, 1.
On go?
Oh my god, you're such a fuck. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Bye.